It's so peaceful when times get stressful, Chester. Don't you think? That's why I originally built this greenhouse, you know?
I'm only in the second grade, Grandpa Eugene. The only thing that stresses me out right now is when we play dodgeball in gym class.
Well, I guess that doesn't really...
It's like my head is a giant yellow target. Boom. Right in the old noodle.
Right. But like I was saying, gardening is peaceful. Just smell these flowers. Isn't it a lovely aroma?
I did smell my flower, and it does have an aroma, but I don't think I would say it was lovely.
Yeesh. That's awful, Chester.
Pungent, maybe.
Chester?
Or foul, even.
Chester!
Actually, I think I would classify the smell as just plain funky. Yeah, that's all I need to say.
Chester! What happened to your plant? Have you been taking care of it like I've been teaching you? Have you been watering it and making sure it's getting all the sunlight it needs?
Well, not exactly. You see, I was reading up on the latest advancements in the field of botany, and I thought I could improve on a current plant growth chemical. I, Chester Stevenson, have created a self-growing formula for plants.
First of all, plants already self-grow.
But not very fast.
Secondly, and I can't believe I'm having to ask, did it work?
No.
Why don't you do it like I taught you? It wasn't a hard task. It's not like I asked you to build a trap and catch a tiger.
Whoa, is there a tiger on the loose around here? If so, we could probably go inside.
There isn't a tiger, Chester. I was just trying to show you that what I asked you to do was very easy.
Sorry, Grandpa Eugene. I just thought I could come up with something to help speed up the growth of flowers.
Chester, you can't speed up anything if you keep certain things away from a flower. For example, you can't keep a plant in the dark and expect it to grow. Do you know what photosynthesis is?
Of course I know what photosynthesis is. Plants don't eat food like we do. Plants simply create their own food by using the process of photosynthesis. Photo means light and synthesis means putting together. In order to make their own food, plants need certain ingredients: carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight. Carbon dioxide, which is found in the air, is sucked in through small holes in the plant's leaves. The next ingredient, water, is absorbed by the roots in the ground and transported up the stem to the leaves. And finally, sunlight is absorbed by the green pigment chlorophyll in the leaves. All these ingredients come together to create food for the plant. This food is taken to all the parts of the plant, making it grow.
You're really a walking, talking encyclopedia. You should have understood that without those three important things, plants cannot and will not grow. Even if you create a breakthrough formula, without these key ingredients, it will not grow.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You know, this reminds me of a Bible verse. 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 10 says, "Now he who supplies the seed to the sower and bread for food will also supply and increase your store of seed, and will enlarge the harvest of your righteousness." Do you know what this means, Chester?
That God likes gardening just as much as you do?
Don't be silly. Well, actually, I guess he does probably like gardening, seeing how the whole creation process went down. In any case, this verse is saying that God, who is our provider in our physical need, is also the provider of our spiritual needs. So just like the plants need certain things to physically grow, we need God to spiritually grow. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it actually does.
But it doesn't stop there.
It doesn't?
Nope. This verse also talks about increasing your store of seed and enlarging the harvest of your righteousness. Let me ask you a question. What do plants produce during the process of photosynthesis?
Well, besides their food, plants also produce oxygen.
Right, and oxygen is what we breathe. We need it to survive. So even after the plant gets its food, it's also working to help other living things. It's the same with this verse. God gives us what we need, but then He gives us more. He gives us more because He wants us to give in return. God gives so we can give.
So what you're saying is, as we listen and learn from God, we are also supposed to share God with others?
Exactly.
Wow, I totally get the responsibility of taking care of a plant now, and why learning that responsibility is so important. You know, it is amazing how God is everywhere and in everything, even in a greenhouse.
Right you are. So are you going to give up this experimental self-growing plant formula?
Yeah, I guess I am. People need to learn how to take care of plants so that they can understand how God takes care of us.
Uh-oh, there comes the rain. Quick, let's get inside before it gets any worse.